Now up here, come on, focus. Okay. Hi, I'm Jacob Ben Israel with Glee's Big Gay Summer with all the Glee Club dish you're dying to know.
Glee was a huge hit back in 2009 when it aired across the world with its all-singing and all-dancing teen drama. Created by Ryan Murphy, who is also responsible for American Horror Story, The Politician and Hollywood, Brad Falchuk and Ian Brennan, Glee originally started off with a 12-member cast and had an impressive list of guest stars, including Kristen Chenoweth, Gwyneth Paltrow and Neil Patrick Harris. The series ran from 2009 until 2015 and has a total of 121 episodes across 6 seasons. Set in William McKinley High School, William Schuster, played by Matthew Morrison, takes over the show choir, or Glee Club, after the previous director was exposed for having inappropriate contact with students. He aims to recruit new members for the choir, battling their egos and the club's embarrassing reputation with other students.
What is with you Glee Club expats? Don't any of you have jobs?
Jane Lynch stars as the Glee Club's main enemy, Sue Sylvester, a tough and abusive cheerleading coach who loses a few members of her squad to the club over the years.
Defacing the sign-up sheet. Butt-face McBallnuts, Asperham Lincoln, they're not even funny.
Now, don't be rude, William. I put a lot of thought into those.
Glee had a unique way of tackling social issues like no other comedy has previously or since. Some of the storylines have involved teenage pregnancy, school shootings, LGBTQ+ relationships and marriage, death, and gender identity.
Will Schuster, how do you respond to a recent post on my blog saying your Glee Club song selections sound like they come from a drag queen's iPod?
Well, I try to do something for everybody. 25% show tunes, 25% hip-hop, 25% classic rock.
100% gay.
Here are 40 Glee facts that you haven't heard before, including which famous performers banned Glee from using their music, and which main cast member was hired after a MySpace audition. In early drafts of the Glee script, Diana Agron's character, Quinn Fabray, was actually named Liz Fabray.
When I first laid eyes on you, I was reminded of a young Sue Sylvester, though you don't have my bone structure.
During the God's Love We Deliver Golden Heart Awards in New York, Ryan Murphy tweeted saying that he'd just asked the incredible Bette Midler to be on Glee in front of 1,000 people. I hope she says yes. Bette Midler replied, suggesting her preferred role. I have one vote for Rachel's grandmother.
I want to get married. Now.
I have Jim.
Both Naya Rivera, who played Santana Lopez, and Amber Riley, who played Mercedes Jones, auditioned for American Idol in 2002 before going on to star in Glee. Lea Michele actually dated Matthew Morrison in real life prior to starring in Glee. She refers to their time together in her book Brunette Ambition and describes their short fling as a Broadway beat. Morrison is 8 years older than Michele. While starring in Glee together, Lea Michele and Corey Monteith also dated until his death in 2013.
I just really love you.
I love you too.
The choir New Directions was originally meant to win regionals at the end of the first season of Glee. Ryan Murphy didn't think the show was going to be picked up for a second season, so wanted it to end on a happy moment. However, when he heard a second season had been greenlit, he changed the ending to keep fans coming back for more. The Glee character Emma Pillsbury, played by Jayma Mays, is the bride at 4 weddings during the show. In season 1, she is set to marry the footballing coach at William McKinley, Ken Tanaka, but breaks up with him right before the wedding ceremony. In season 2, Emma does marry Carl Howell, but later gets divorced. In season 4 of Glee, Emma is set to marry Will Schuster, but runs away on her wedding day. In the final season, Emma and Will finally get married in the Glee choir room.
Oh my God. What are you wearing?
What, this whole thing? Why, it's an exact replica of your wedding dress.
Why would you do that?
To get back at Will Schuster for handing a teaching position to a flabby 19-year-old.
Covers sung by the Glee cast were released via iTunes during the week that episode was broadcast on TV, and a collection of Glee albums were also released by Columbia Records. Glee's music had over 36 million single sales and 11 million album sales worldwide in October 2011 alone. The Glee cast even took part in worldwide tours performing the songs from the show.
I petted a snake.
Rock on.
In all 121 episodes of Glee, there are over 729 musical performances. Some of the most streamed performances include Matthew Morrison's Rihanna cover of Umbrella, mashed up with Singin' in the Rain, Gwyneth Paltrow's cover of CeeLo Green's Forget You, and Darren Criss's cover of Katy Perry's Teenage Dream. Interestingly, 70 songs were performed in the first 13 episodes alone.
Yes, it works.
least I didn't fall and break my talent.
Instead of going through traditional casting routes, the Glee creator Ryan Murphy spent 3 months watching Broadway shows and making notes on the actors that he saw. During this time, he found Matthew Morrison, who plays Will Schuester, performing in Hairspray, and Leah Michele, who plays Rachel Berry, in Spring Awakening. Jenna Uskowitz was performing in the Broadway revival of The King and I, and was cast as Tina Cohen Chang. Not all of the actors who starred in Glee came from a theatrical background. If an actor was auditioning for a role and did not come from the theatre, they had to still prove that they could sing and dance. Actor Chris Colfer, who plays Kurt Hummel, had no professional experience before starring in Glee. Ryan Murphy wrote the character Kurt especially for him.
Gay! Oh my gosh, I opened my mouth and a little purse falls out.
Just a quick interruption to say thank you so much for clicking on a January Media video. If you haven't heard of us before, then take a few seconds to open a new tab, type in januarymedia.co.uk, and we've got a whole host of other videos, articles and podcasts all about TV and film. So if you want to find out more facts, have a go at some of our quizzes, and browse our entertainment-themed shop, then make sure you visit januarymedia.co.uk after you watch this video. The 12 original Glee cast members were contracted to do 3 exclusive feature-length films created by Fox. Ryan Murphy has displayed disinterest in doing a story movie for Glee, but he released 2 live concerts, including Glee, the 3D concert movie in 2011, and Glee Live in Concert, also in 2011. Ian Brennan based Glee on his own experience in show choir at Prospect High School in Illinois. Initially, Glee was set to be a film rather than a television series, and the first draft was written in August 2005. Brennan is quoted in saying that the book Screenwriting for Dummies helped him complete his first draft. Ryan Murphy was also a member of show choir when he was in college, and alongside his colleague Brad Falchuk from Nip Tuck, they helped Brennan rework it into a TV show format. Fox picked up the script 15 hours after receiving it. Ryan Murphy believes that Glee was picked up so quickly due to the success of talent shows such as American Idol at that time.
Do you think you understood the message I was trying to get across with that ballad?
Yes, it means I'm very young and it's hard for you to stand close to me.
For the first 2 seasons of Glee, Ryan Murphy, Brad Falchuk and Ian Brennan were the only 3 writers on the show. Later, 6 other writers were hired, including Marty Noxon, who was the executive producer on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. After the 4th season, 3 other writers from the medical drama House were hired to complete the team.
Brittany, who are you talking to? I thought I was doing a voiceover.
Glee creator Ryan Murphy is responsible for selecting all of the songs covered and is quoted in saying that he hoped to keep a balance between new chart hits and traditional show tunes. Each of the songs was specifically chosen to help move the story along. A few well-known artists refused to have their music be involved in Glee. This included Bryan Adams, Guns N' Roses and Coldplay. However, Coldplay revised their decision in 2010 and allowed the show to use their back catalogue. Artist Billy Joel, however, offered the use of his songs to Glee for free. Creator Ryan Murphy has been quite outspoken about the artists who refused the team to use their songs, saying that it was their opportunity for younger people to explore and discover music from older eras.
I'm disturbed on every level. And Becky has been scarred for life.
Each episode of Glee cost at least $3 million to produce and took up to 10 days to film because of the elaborate choreography. It would take up to 8 weeks before each episode was filmed to choreograph and pre-record the numbers with the cast. The 12 original cast members discussed on the Oprah Winfrey Show that they started work at 6 a.m. and put in as many as 12 to 14 hours Monday to Friday and rehearsed across some of the weekends.
Happy Valentine's Day, love, Finn.
Oh, so sweet.
Glee has been syndicated in many countries across the world, including Australia, Canada, the Philippines, South Africa, New Zealand and Singapore. In the UK, Glee sparked controversy and became entangled in a lawsuit with the Glee Club, a chain of independent live comedy and music venues. In 2014, a High Court judge ruled that the show would tarnish the reputation of the club chain. In July of the same year, the High Court ruled that Fox needed to have a different title for the show to be broadcast in the UK. Fox appealed this decision, but lost in 2016.
I was thinking about my friends. How I wouldn't be the person I am today, standing in front of you, doing what I'm doing right now if they hadn't shown me that I could. If they hadn't believed in me.
Thank you.
In 2011, Glee generated $2 million every half an hour in advertising revenue. Glee was branded as anti-Christian by a minister in Time magazine, saying that nearly all of the 10 commandments get violated at one point or another. For season 2 of Glee, open auditions were held for amateurs and professionals between the ages of 16 to 26. In 2010, a reality show named The Glee Project began filming following performers competing for a 7-episode guest starring role in the next season of Glee. This was awarded to 2 contestants, with a 2-episode role given to 2 other finalists. On the day of her audition for Rachel Berry, actor Lea Michele was in a car accident outside of the studio.
Members of the Audiovisual Club, I might possibly sing this song at prom, and when I'm done rehearsing, I'd like your feedback. Tell me if I was brilliant or simply outstanding.
Actor Darren Criss, who played Blaine Anderson in Glee, got the part after a nationwide open audition, which asked members of the public to upload a video onto MySpace singing one of 2 approved songs. Before securing the role of Blaine, Darren Criss originally auditioned for the role of Artie Abrams. Gwyneth Paltrow was only meant to guest star for 1 episode in season 2 named The Substitute. Audiences and critics loved her character Holly Holiday, and she was asked to perform again in 2 more season 2 episodes and 2 in season 5. Gwyneth Paltrow ended up winning an Emmy for her role in Glee.
Girlfriend, what is up with that? He's hot. You're 30.
Despite playing the Glee teacher Will Schuester, Matthew Morrison is actually just 4 years older than Corey Monteith, who played Finn, Mark Salling, who played Puck, and Harry Shum Jr., who played Mike. Harry Shum Jr. is also nearly a decade older than his character, Mike Chang.
So why don't you go home, rest, watch some TV, die.
Diana Agron was only cast in the role of Quinn Fabray on the night before filming of the first episode began.
Everyone needs to leave me alone because this is who I am.
You look like a real housewife of Reno.
During her audition for Rachel Berry in Glee, Lea Michele sang On My Own from Les Miserables. However, the pianist accompanying her performance cut the second verse without telling her. She stopped singing and asked him to go back and do the verse. The writers in the audition room later said that moment made it clear to them that she definitely had the character of Rachel Berry correct.
I can't tell you how much I hate those kids. Do you know how demeaning it is when they just turn to you and yell, "Hit it," and you're just supposed to know what song they're gonna sing? I'm free.
Chris Colfer originally auditioned for the role of Artie. During his audition, he mentioned that he once played Kurt Von Trapp in a performance of The Sound of Music. This may have been the reason that his character was written in as Kurt Hummel.
You know, there's only one person in this world who can tell you what you are.
Me.
No, me, Sue Sylvester.
Actor and dancer Heather Morris was a backup dancer for Beyoncé's tour. She was originally hired by choreographer Zach Woodley to teach the cast how to do the single ladies dance. She was later hired as Britney and appeared in front of the camera as one of Glee's most loved characters. When Heather Morris became pregnant, Britney was temporarily written out of Glee.
Leave me alone, JBI!
What are you thinking?
No comment!
Actor Kevin McHale, who played Artie Abrams, is the only actor to have appeared in every episode in seasons 1 to 5. McHale, alongside Chris Colfer, Jane Lynch, Lea Michele, and Matthew Morrison, are the only cast members to appear in every season as regulars. The Glee script includes references to famous names such as Neil Patrick Harris, Gwyneth Paltrow, Kate Hudson, and Demi Lovato. However, they appear on the show as characters in guest starring roles rather than themselves. Lea Michele has appeared in more Glee episodes than any other cast member, with only 3 out of the 121 where she was absent. These are Dynamic Duets, The Role You Were Born to Play, and Shooting Star.
Rachel and I should sing a duet. We killed it last year at regionals with Faithfully.
Yeah, it killed us. We lost.
Ryan Murphy created the role of Coach Shannon Beast specifically for the actor Dot Marie Jones. They had previously worked together on a failed pilot called Pretty Handsome in 2008. Don't Stop Believing by Journey is a song that is synonymous with Glee. It has been performed by the cast 6 times in the show in the following episodes: Pilot, Sectionals, Journey to Regionals, Sweet Dreams, New Directions, and 2009. Actor Melissa Benoist, who plays Marley Rose in Glee, was married to Blake Jenner, who plays Ryder Finn. Jenner was the winner of the 2nd season of the Glee project. The pair are no longer together. Britney Pierce's cat, Lord Tubbington, is really named Eragon, and he lived with another cat called Beezus. Both cats were featured on a 2011 show about misbehaving cats called My Cat from Hell.
Did you get me a fake baby?
Better.
Name is
Lady Tubbington. I made sure to get a fat one at the shelter so Lord Tubbington doesn't feel self-conscious.
Interestingly, the Glee creator Ryan Murphy wrote a high school-themed show named Popular back in 1999. It featured a restaurant called Croutons, where the students would meet up. In Glee, Murphy finally used his restaurant name idea and called the restaurant where the characters meet up Breadsticks.
Does that work on the girls who are your friend?
Leah Michelle, who played Rachel Berry on Glee, discussed on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon that the actors would actually have cold slushies thrown in their face for the TV show. She said, "It stains my body and drips down. My entire body is covered in blue. The only way to get it off is just to cover yourself in shaving cream."
Welcome to Loser Town. Population U.
Did he put the moves on?
No, but we were always singing duets, and he was always smiling at me. Oh my God, I made up the whole thing in my head, didn't I?